Apps turn games into slot machines. In-game sports betting has turned every pass, pitch, and possession into a wager, and it's booming. According to the New York Times, FanDuel and DraftKings now take more than half their bets during games, with micro bets resolving in seconds, and AI constantly spinning up new odds. Analyst Chris Grove says the goal is, quote, product that is stickier, keeping users on the app longer. Public health experts see the flip side. Epidemiologist Rachel Volbert warns live betting is much more akin to a slot machine, while counselor Harry Levitt says these products are built for people who need more and more action and excitement. A Citizens report projects U.S. in-game betting revenues could top $14 billion by decade's end. Leagues and data firms also profit, even as Major League Baseball's Rob Manfred flags microbets as particularly vulnerable. Some lawmakers now propose bans or guardrails. DraftKings CEO Jason Robbins counters, if online slots are legal, why single out microbets? The stakes are rising on and off the scoreboard. What's really going on? What's the real message? This idea that you can now pick up a phone and make bets every second of every game. Will this ball be caught? Will it be dropped? Is driving people, especially young men, to madness. Can't anyone just watch a game anymore and enjoy the sport, enjoy the craft, enjoy the athleticism? Does everything have to be about money? It is ruining financial futures and it's rotting brains. Let's dig a little deeper here. This is a tough issue because unlike some on the far left or the far right, I'm a sensible centrist. I'm uneasy with banning the idea that individuals in a free society should be able to bet on whatever they want to. I'm uneasy with the idea that we should just make this illegal. But wow, of all the innovations in our culture and technology, new forms of entertainment, new forms of technology and services, this idea that we should mainstream gambling, and it's not gaming, it's gambling. Let's not use the lingo, the PR lingo of the industry. It's gambling. And what that really means for most people, especially young men, but also a lot of older people and men and people with financial responsibilities, kids, mortgages, spouses, you're ruining your financial. These people do not spend millions and millions of dollars giving endorsement deals and spending millions of dollars advertising on the Super Bowl and other places because they give more money out than they take in. No, they figured out the odds. They figured out how to fool you. They figured out how to trick you. Let's look at more of the facts. So Citizens' in-game revenue, again, could reach $14 billion by 2030. In-game means you're right in the middle of the game. Instead of sitting back, having some popcorn, maybe a hot dog, maybe a beer, laughing with friends, and enjoying that great home run or that touchdown, you're now hunched over your phone, placing $10 or $50 or $100 or $1,000 bet on whether the next ball is going to be a strike or the next one's going to be a foul. Why anyone would want to torture themselves to that level and call that entertainment is beyond me. But again, we live in a big world. I don't enjoy kayaking, but some people do. I certainly wouldn't ban kayaking just because I don't like it. I don't want to ban every casino either. I'm all in favor of banning lotteries run by the government that tries to trick citizens to giving up their money under the guise of helping education. But this is a little bit different. These are private sector companies who do have First Amendment privileges to advertise. And wow, they advertise. Here, again, I'm going to be honest with you. There are some pundits who know exactly the solution for everything. And typically it's because people on another side of the ideological spectrum, they're going to paint as evil. I'm not doing that on this, okay? And I certainly try not to do that on a regular basis. But this gambling thing and it's not just young men. There are women who get snared into this as well. But men have been shown, men and boys have a much higher risk tolerance. They simply take more risk. When you look at every 100 people who are rescued from a burning building, 95 of the people who go in and rescue are men and boys. So men just indulge in riskier behavior. You know, the girls and women, They're off studying. They're getting college degrees at a much higher rate than men are. What are a lot of men doing? They're sitting around betting, in a sense, on, oh, my Bitcoin's going to go up. My stupid meme coin is going to go up. I'll be rich. And I'll be rich betting on the game. So why learn a new skill like engineering or medicine or anything? Why don't I sit in my dorm room or my mommy's basement and gamble on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, gamble on games, and sit home and alone? Oh, yeah, I'd like to go to the game, but I can't because I lost all my money last week gambling on one of these platforms, DraftKings and these other platforms that are just in FanDuel. They're just in your face every second. So I don't have a societal solution for you. Regulators are looking at limiting the micro bets, putting some federal guardrails on. There used to be a time when the sports leagues themselves didn't want the taint of gambling for fear that would influence players' actions. If enough people can make enough money for a certain outcome to happen in a game, it only takes one or two of them to come with a brown paper bag and say to the player, hey, I'm not asking you to lose. Just make sure you win by fewer than X points. And all sorts of corruption can creep in. So that's why traditionally Major League Sports wanted to keep all this completely away. They didn't want their games tainted, but then they're like, we can make more money this way. Who cares? So basically all the sports leagues say, we don't care about gambling. You want to gamble, go for it, as long as we get a piece of the pie, because we want the advertising revenue from these guys. Other things that are going on. The live bets are now 50% of what these companies, FanDuel and DraftKings, are doing. And people who are concerned about problem betting say it's that adrenaline, that dopamine of it's live in the moment. Oh, let me place another one. Oh, let me place another one. Oh, I'm down $1,000, but I can make it all up at this last play of the game. If they kick a field goal, boom, now you're down 2,000. So this is a big, big problem. Now, I try not to be holier than thou. It is not that I am so much more moral than people who waste all their money gambling. I simply can't stand losing money. I like my money. The fact that I had to work hard for my money makes me want to conserve it. I want real value. I want a nice meal. I have a nice home. I have a nice car. I want actual return on my investment when I give money. For most of these gamblers, the only return is that a little bit of adrenaline spike before you know for certain that you lost. And I hate to tell you, you tell yourself you're a winner, I don't believe you. You talk to most people, especially young men. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm up last weekend. They forgot 2 weekends ago, they lost $500. People tend to remember their wins. They forget their loss, not just with sports gambling, but blackjack and everything else. Again, they do not build these gigantic casinos with gold everywhere and beautiful marble because they give away more money than they keep. They're keeping most of it for themselves because they know you are the sucker. And I don't think we're that far away from these big gambling companies sponsoring local schools and say, hey, your school district is short on money. You don't want to raise taxes. That would be the worst thing in the world. Just give us the space around the blackboard. Give us the advertising space in the classroom, in math class, in civics class. We want our web address for FanDuel and DraftKings there. Let's have it in the gym as well. Let's bombard every young person, especially boys, with ads all day long in schools. In fact, let's let them place bets on games during the school day. I don't think we're that far away. As far as I know, that's not happening yet, but could it really be that far away? 39 states plus the District of Columbia allow sports betting. Leagues share in data-driven profits. So these leagues are all in bed with each other, and they're really ruining lives. So let me switch gears here. Let's talk now from a personal perspective. Like everyone, I have ideas about how the world should be in government, but I am a personal development habits expert coach for people. We can't fix the world for everyone, but you and I can fix things for ourselves. My number one recommendation for you, especially if you're a young man and all your friends are placing bets, just say, I bet on so-and-so, and just mean it metaphorically. You don't actually have to give money. If nothing else, limit it to $1. You're not so smart that that you can figure out how to beat the odds in the long run. Yes, any one game you can win. You can have a good weekend. You can have a good month when it comes to sports betting. You're not going to have a good year if you reliably, consistently bet, because you're not smarter than the people who make up these odds and tilt things in their favor, who work at these gambling rackets. That's what they are. That's what FanDuel and DraftKings, that's what they are. They're gambling rackets, and they're designed to pick you up by your ankles, shake, shake, shake until all the money falls out of your pocket, and they keep it all. And maybe they give you a couple of crumbs, so the next time you make more money, get that next paycheck or that next allowance from mommy and daddy, you'll come give them more of your money. So my recommendation, now we're talking as individuals, don't gamble. Don't buy lottery tickets. You want to enjoy a football game or a basketball game, and you're saying, oh, it's just so much more fun if I can gamble on it. Maybe it's not that fun for you. If you can't enjoy watching a football game, a cricket game, a basketball game without putting money on it, maybe you're not really a fan. Yeah, one of the names of this company, FanDuel, it's not about fandom anymore. You're not a fanatic watching football if it's not exciting enough to you, if you can't win $1,000 or lose $1,000. So this is extraordinarily corrosive. Look, I've made a lot of dumb financial mistakes in my life. I've started new businesses, talk shows, radio shows, TV shows earlier in my career before there was a thing like TikTok or YouTube available. And I lost a lot of money, but I was gambling on myself, not the idea that I'm somehow smarter than the collective wisdom of every other bookie and every other gambler in the world. So if you have a son, any children, girls and women can get sucked up into this as well. Do everything you can to just not gamble at all. Use that money to actually, I don't know, go with friends to a game in real life and watch it. Buy a hot dog, buy a veggie burger if you want to be healthy, but spend your money on real things, not this illusion of get rich quick, because it just isn't getting rich quick. It's getting rich, it's getting poor, sometimes quick and sometimes slowly.